Agenda West Side Beer.
Welcome to the episode of Into the West Comics, my little sweethearts. It's Valentine's Day Eve. He's a product of the Beast Box. Sonny is here.
What to do, players? How we doing? Good to be back. Ooh, looking sexy up there.
You? The hot dog, corn dog. Is it salmon?
That's a salmon. It's a salmon. Shirt.
Yeah.
Looking hot.
Nice.
Stop it.
And he's not sweating. It's been raining all day.
As far as you know.
He ran all the way over here from his house.
From the deep southwest.
The deep southwest part of Las Vegas. Uncle Nephew Shane is here.
Yeah. Like that. I got more.
Your pin collection is getting crazy, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Thank you so much. I'm going berserk with pins.
I love it.
You're getting all flared up.
My favorite is my Lumen pin from the show Severance.
Oh my god!
If you remember last week,
this guy works for this.
We had a discussion about the show Severance.
Yeah,
and I truly
argument.
Sorry.
No, I'm looking at. Okay, so this one.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, that's cute. Where's the one that I bought you? Wait, where's? It's not on that one, huh? Where's the little bottle? No, you don't have it on that one.
He's got it in his pocket.
God damn it!
You took it off.
It's okay.
No, I have several coats and I have several pins on several coats.
It's okay.
My dressy coat has a bunch of your pins on it.
That makes it better.
Guys,
Hi.
Dressy coat.
we had Super Bowl this weekend.
Yeah, we did.
Very good.
We got some trailers. Nothing really blew us away, I guess. So the trailer gave you a little bit more excitement, maybe, Shane.
A little bit.
This Thunderbolts asterisk trailer that dropped over the weekend. We got a new look at the, I guess, the team, and maybe a glimpse at Sentry in there somewhere in that trailer.
Yeah. Super cool.
We're gonna check out that trailer in just a couple of minutes.
Okay.
But we're also going to be talking tonight about Daredevil, the incredible Ben Affleck film. Not only that, but also the first season of the Daredevil Netflix series, and talk about its impact and everything. We're kind of doing like a countdown as we're prepping for the new Daredevil Born Again series that will be starting exclusively on the Plus on March 4th. So,
what day is that?
I think it's like a Tuesday.
Interesting.
So we'll be talking about it right before.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
But yeah, we're going to take a look at a Thunderbolts trailer in a moment, and then I've got questions for you guys.
Oh, surprise questions?
Yes, because I think it may have showed us something.
Ooh,
Really?
Maybe
okay.
a little something.
I'm interested in what you're talking about.
All right. Quan, how are you?
Hi, Quan.
All right. Are you ready? Are you prepared?
We're so prepared.
I love it. I wasn't prepared. I sent him the
I know you sent the rundown like 2 minutes ago.
10 seconds before we were doing this.
He's a professional.
I don't know why I did that into the mic.
I'll do the last minute email.
Cleared my throat.
Give you a little insight. I
My bad.
typically send the email at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was driving down here. I was like, I
Sent it
never
at
sent
5:58
I
today.
never sent the email. So I walked in. I was like, I didn't send you it. I'll send you now.
Oh man.
So and then there's that.
Ghosts.
We're just breaking stuff today, dude.
Yeah, it's all right.
Destroy!
What'd you think of the Super Duper, by the way? Was there any trailers that stuck out to you besides this Thunderbolts thing?
No, just the Doritos commercial.
Okay.
We didn't really get I feel like the Thunderbolts trailer that we did get, they just added a couple extra lines of dialogue, and of course, you wanted to throw Sentry in there. Do we get like, I don't know. I'll save it for afterwards.
Okay.
I'll save it for
All right.
afterwards.
Ready? We're ready.
roll.
We're gonna watch the Thunderbolts trailer. Thunderbolts with an asterisk.
4, 3, 2.
Oh,
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming. Who will keep the American people safe?
So cool.
There's some big threat out there, and you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait, us?
Yeah, you. Why, you got someplace to be?
I love that guy.
So none of us comply? So what, we all just punch and shoot?
I can't think of a worse group of people trying to work together.
Everyone here has done bad things. You can't escape the past. Hey, it's like your mind is somewhere else.
So you can do something about it now, or live with it forever.
This could get messy.
No shit. You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't even save yourself.
We can't do this. No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Okay, that was really good.
We are the Thunderbolts!
His shield is bent.
that. God, thank you.
This has makings of team that can rise to glory. Bring light from the darkness. This team can be the heroes on the Wheaties box. With a little giddy toy.
Alexei, have you slept?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else should be driving.
All right. Did this make you more excited than the original trailer?
I think so. I mean, got a little bit more dialogue. The Sentry Void dynamic looked like it's going to be pretty cool. It looks like there's like a shadow kind of going over New York. Reminds me of like some Jujutsu Kaisen, like a domain expansion type of vibe. They're kind of going into the shadows to, you know. I think the Red Guardian's going to be the
I
funniest
got that
part.
reference.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Someone did.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Red Guardian's going to die in this.
Could you? Where did you get that from? The fact that he got chucked out a window?
That part and he can't fly. No, I think that they're giving him all the like the comedic relief stuff and they're showing him a lot. I think that they might, you know, he might get offed and that might bring the team together. Also, is the asterisk there for? Are they going to start calling them like the new Avengers, that are Dark Avengers or something like that?
So there's a different theories that's been coming up online that the reason they put the asterisk is because they're going to call the movie something else right before the movie comes out.
Oh.
But I don't know if that's
That
happening.
seems like a terrible marketing decision.
I think the asterisk has to do with the fact that they said the Avengers aren't available because there's no Avengers. So I think it's
Yeah.
just an asterisk. Like they're a team, but they don't really want to be called Thunderbolts.
That would make more sense. Like,
Okay.
pending change.
Yeah.
Sonny, you talked about it. You had mentioned that you think Red Guardian's going to die. I was going to ask you guys. That's the first question I had for you about this trailer.
I'm psychic.
Who do you think makes it to the end of this movie out of this team? I think the majority of them are going to die.
Me too. I think Taskmaster hasn't been shown a lot, and I think Taskmaster is going to get off.
That's number one.
Ghost's new upgraded costume is pretty dope, but I just don't see Ghost being in like more movies. I think Bucky and Yelena were probably going to be the only ones that walk out of this.
I agree.
I have a completely different opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
Think they're going to get off, and everybody else is going to be walking around?
I think that Florence Pugh and Sebastian Stan have a lot more work in other places. Sebastian Stan got nominated for 2 Golden Globes this year and a Best Actor nominee. That dude don't want to be in the Marvel Universe anymore.
That's true. And the price has probably gone up at this point, too.
And I think the only character that anyone would really care or have an emotional impact on if they die, for me, would be Bucky. He's the only character that if they died, I'd be like, oh, dang, that sucks.
Yeah.
I like that character. I think Yelena, maybe a little bit. I think Florence Pugh's got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they off her because she. What are they going to do with those characters?
No, I now I'm starting
like
to
that.
I'm starting to kind of get it a little bit more now too.
And I think those would be the most compelling things to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I don't necessarily think both of them will. I think one or the other. I'm leaning Sebastian Stan because he's got so much other stuff going on.
Right.
And I don't know what his
plus
contract
he's
with Marvel.
clearly forming. He's forming this group in the movie.
I think he is going to be the one to die, and the big black cloud is the Void.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's cool. I think the only thing about this movie that is keeping me intrigued is Sentry / the Void. I think that's a really cool concept, and I think they've done a good job of hiding it in the trailers. So it'll be I'm sure they'll ruin it before the movie comes out for people who don't know. But I think it's been a fun way to market it. It's like, who is this character?
Yeah.
And you've seen him in the other trailers and maybe don't realize it. And I think that's been good, strong marketing. But the rest of this movie, I don't really care about any of those characters. And I'm talking about whether they die or not. Not that.
This seems to be.
And I also have, how are they going to deal with the dude who turns people into atomized
Shadow
nuclear bomb people? Like, what do you...
Well, he's basically he's like like Marvel Superman almost, but like on crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That is my favorite thing, kind of like developing out of this story is I like how they're. I don't know if he's gonna look like that in the movie, but he's like shadowed almost. It looks like he's like almost like I don't know when he is in his void like form. So I'm really kind of interested in the dynamic of like what are these dudes that shoot bullets and punch people going to do to this guy?
I think it's edited a little bit when he throws David Harbour out of the window.
You see him a little bit more.
You see his arm. I think that's Sentry. I don't think that's the Void.
Okay.
And I think whatever's going on, they try to attack him because they think he's the Void, and he's like, no, I'm chill right now. And correct me if I'm wrong. He doesn't know about his alter ego in the comics, right? He's not aware that he turns into this monster and kills people.
It's just like a mental.
He doesn't know.
A mental health thing.
Yeah, so he's probably like,
like
why
a
are you attacking me?
episode
I'm going to
he
throw you
blacks
out a
out
window.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on there.
Shout out to everybody in the chat here tonight. Nick is hanging out. Tanya, Jess. Hi, Carol. Carol is here. Carol says maybe it's a little foreshadowing of his death with the scene when he says he'll sleep when he dies. I'm talking about Red Guardian. Of course, that is possible. Derpy Entertainment just went and saw Captain America earlier tonight. Gives it a 6 or 7 out of 10. It was okay. Passable enough. Better than I expected. And Brendan, hi Brendan.
What a rousing review.
We're talking about Daredevil. We knew he was going to zone in here.
He's in.
The asterisk in the title is pretty clear after you see Captain America.
Oh, okay. All right.
Heard. Good
Interesting.
looking out.
right.
Now, okay, cool.
I wonder if like it just literally changes the title of it in the post credits of Captain America.
Maybe.
Like it's
New
like,
Avengers or something like that.
something like
I think that a lot of these people could die. I think Bucky would be the most impactful. And I think Bucky could potentially be the reason Steve Rogers comes back.
Oh, how so?
He feels that he wants to find out what happened and type of thing. And to come back, that they could use it as like a ploy. Is that if they're bringing back these actors to all come back and be villains, a lot of people could be grumpy about it.
Oh yeah,
I think
for sure.
But like what Paul was saying about both Florence Pugh and Sebastian Stan, they both have other things going on.
Yeah.
So they could both kind of be, I don't want to say written off, but they just be like worked out of the their contracts might be up. They might be on the verge of being done anyway.
Yeah.
I could see either of them coming back in future things. David Harbour's a busy guy.
Yeah.
We don't know how much stuff he's going to have going on going forward.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could see
what else
any
is
of these
Wyatt
people.
Russell doing? The second season of the Godzilla TV show?
That's a good point.
Whatever. Wyatt Russell's
That's
not
a
dying.
good point. Yeah. And then you could further his motivation as a villain to where they disagree over the course of the movie.
Yeah.
And he creates clearer lines, taking like the villain route.
Yeah.
And then someone dies and he's like further jaded. Maybe Taskmaster could die early on, so they could actually do the actual origin of the Taskmaster character.
Okay. Yeah.
And not just this
Clone
woman who
or
was saved
brainwashed.
by Natasha
Yeah.
in the Black Widow movie. Yeah, and then
Such a horrible review.
that Taskmaster character is more comedic. And kind of like in a Daredevil, a Deadpool
kind of way.
She-Hulk type of way.
Yeah.
So I mean that could work potentially. I think that they've got a lot of characters in the MCU too. So I think that this is a good way for this film to kind of work their way out of using some of these characters because they keep adding people. So I don't know. I'm really interested. This movie to me is like the wild card.
It's the sleeper
for like all the comic book related stuff.
I'm thinking
that
so.
we're gonna get. This could be the movie that
so
people
much
are
stuff
like
this year.
not sure.
It reeks of like the Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does.
absolutely.
The
For
first
sure.
one.
Absolutely.
For me.
A lot of vibes.
The first
of
one for
that,
you, like
yeah.
it's like they're desperately trying to get to that kind of
It kind of feels like that.
yeah, that witty kind of humor.
We haven't
but I
gotten
don't
a
know if
cool
they'll get
team
it.
up in a minute, and now it's like, all right, we're getting this kind of Avenger-esque big threat in New York kind of vibe. I'm excited for that. The characters, I'm like, I don't know. There's a couple of them where I'm like, I really like the Bucky and the Red Guardian. He's kind of like fanning out on him. He's like a fangirl. I like a lot of the dynamics going on, but
Will
I don't
it be
know.
good?
Will it be good is
So-
the thing, man.
Can they make this good?
The last time the guy who directed this movie directed a movie was in 2015, Paper Towns,
Oh man.
with Cara Delevingne, I think is her name. And then I think he has one other feature film, Robot and Frank. And that's the thing, like, yeah.
I forgot to tell you guys about that. I'm sorry.
So I guess my point is,
I meant to bring that up earlier.
Oh, heard.
unlike even the first Suicide Squad was directed by David Ayers, who at least like has made a bunch of stuff in
Right.
that space, and so maybe he'd do something interesting. And I mean, the Russos came from Parks and Community. They came from Community. So I mean, just because that's the last thing he made doesn't mean it can't be.
Right.
I mean,
No,
it doesn't
that's true.
instill
This dude's made
confidence in
Endgame
me.
and Infinity War.
He
Yeah.
seems like we need a director. Let's
on this
hire
project.
this guy. Yeah, not a auteur is the word driven project, but we need a guy to show up and say action and cut for this movie.
That was good.
Nice.
That was good. That was good. Start teaching and using all these words, huh?
Whoa.
Wait, that's kind of what I do.
Guys, as we prepare for Daredevil to be upon us next month, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on. We kind of got homework. We did our homework, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Yeah, sure. We did you guys rewatch the Daredevil film?
Yes.
Starring Ben Affleck, where
Yes.
he changed cinema.
He changed cinema forever with that movie, by the way.
Let's be honest. I
You didn't watch it?
I didn't get to it. No.
You didn't get to it? Do you remember it from the old times?
Yes, barely. It was very good, as I recall.
You didn't.
I wish Marcus was here right now.
Why?
Because he could
To
take
help
my
rebuttal?
place.
Yeah. Help rebuttal?
He would help me out.
No.
immediately.
Go on. Tell us what you remember from the
I
film.
remember.
Yeah, dude.
I remember Daredevils. I remember.
He's blind.
Electricity.
The bare minimum.
Yeah. Good
I
job.
remember there was a Daredevil.
I know.
Remember who the villain was?
Yes, Bullseye, played by
Yeah.
Colin Farrell.
Come on.
Yeah.
He was very good.
It's all right. It's all right. That
You're grilling me like you always do your homework. With a,
no, but I play it off way better than you're doing right now.
No, you don't.
well, people, I know you don't.
No, you don't.
You think you do.
Last time we talked about Return of the Jedi.
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
crushed it.
Reachingly
Paul
obvious that
ruins
you
you
had
every
not
time.
seen
I
that movie.
crushed it. I crushed it. I don't know what you guys talking about. I crushed it.
He immediately said he hadn't seen it. You tried to pretend like you had.
All the way through. I tried to have it. Yeah. No. And then lightsabers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
what's the deal with those?
Sonny, what was some of your favorite memories of the Daredevil film starring Ben Affleck?
The Grammy Award winning movie that was so great.
Did Evanescence get a Grammy, or are you
Dude.
just making a joke?
Yeah,
I'm confused.
Speaking of-
for bringing me back to life.
That performance when the little training montage.
Wake me up.
So fire. We get it. When the movie came out, it was. It's definitely not. It definitely wasn't ahead of its time. It was
Of its time.
Right on time.
It was right on time.
It was of its time.
It was of its time. Okay, look, you guys are hating on it, but there was some cool moments of the
I
movie.
haven't really said anything.
Yeah.
No, there were some cool moments of the movie. I think when Daredevil's like,
Thanks,
I
Ben.
can't
Point at
tonight.
Jonathan.
I have to suit, and then he does like his montage with the suit,
montage.
his suit up. When he's like, dope. When he's like actually when it shows.
Rocky.
Because one thing that they don't do in the Netflix show is
Make it dumb.
yes, they don't show that like he's like. I don't know, like a master acrobat. This dude is like, you know what I mean, flipping, doing all kind of
Part
crazy
of the
stuff.
problem I have with the movie, actually.
Bro is like jumping from like
That Affleck can't be a big.
a blind Ben Affleck can't be a gymnast. Are you just hating right now? Like
He jumps off of like a 30-story building, bro.
and lands on one of the window cleaners.
How? Dude is just a dude.
Dude is just a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude. He's a blind dude
devil
with
dude.
supersonic powers, bro. Come on, you're not taking that part.
Supersonic,
He
Paul.
brings Shorty
Well,
to the
okay,
roof.
look.
He brings Shorty to the roof. How romantic.
Not Shorty.
He can't see. Bro can't see. Bro's blind. Okay.
Yeah.
Bring Shorty to the roof. He's like, wait a minute. I could smell the dew in the air. She's like, how'd you know it's raining? Starts to rain. He's like, I can see you from the driblets of the vibrations in the air and my ultra supersonic. So now it's driblets and she's fire. Now he knows, oh my God, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. That's romantic. And
But he
then
ain't
then he
seen
hears somebody getting mugged 7 blocks away and he's like, I gotta go. She's like, no, stay with me. And then they're playing this gentle music. Come on, that's romance, bro. That is
All right, hold
romance
on.
at its finest.
Hold on.
What are you talking about?
How do we go from talking about his acrobatic abilities
To the driblets?
to the driblets?
To the driblets.
This man,
To the, you know what I mean?
Stream
So
of conscious.
Sense your driplets.
I
all
will
over your
say,
face.
Say it.
I don't like Colin Farrell in that movie at all.
No, he's not good.
I think the Elektra spinoff that came from Daredevil was way worse than
Way
Daredevil.
worse, yeah.
I don't know. I still think it's badass.
Elektra
bro.
was a bad
I
movie.
think this movie is one of the prime culprits of why people hated and have a negative stigma around superhero movies, because it's corny,
the driblets?
goofy.
How could you
It's
say that?
not a movie
when
for,
they battle in the park and he has his stick
scene is
and
ridiculous.
and they're back flipping off of fire cinematic choreography amazingness. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, you were complaining because the TV show doesn't show he's an acrobat, because that's not what that's not his thing. Like, or that is his thing.
That
He
is
can
his
do it.
thing.
But his thing also isn't leaping off of the Chrysler building and not taking any fall damage, you know? Like, I think,
No fall damage
I think the
included.
character is pretty wildly represented. The one thing that I do actually like about this movie is
Red sunglasses.
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
That's
those are
exactly what.
fresh.
How'd you know I was going to say red
I
sunglasses?
don't know. I was going with your shirt. I was
Yeah.
That's kind of your
No,
vibe.
Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin. I think he's the best part of the movie, and I think he's dope, and he plays a good Kingpin.
It's true.
He's a cartoon,
Yeah.
and he's like
His
way
dialogue
over the
is
top, and he's wild and crazy. But I think that's interesting and fun. Everything else about this movie, not really my favorite.
Really?
Yeah,
1 out of 10.
5.5.
That's pretty good.
Kind of fair for one.
5.5.
That's pretty good.
Frank, what'd you think about this movie, man?
Well, when he said I gotta work, and then he does the costume
the
change,
suit up.
and you see all the equipment and the different zoom in, zoom outs, whatever. There's flipping stuff around. Whatever. I wanted to call you when I was watching that, and I was gonna say what?
What?
I forgot about all of this.
I forgot about this
I
part.
forgot about the cinematic excellence they were experiencing. I don't think it was as horrible as we make it out to be.
No.
It's not. Nick was talking to the chat. He said, it's kind of like Green Lantern.
Sure.
I think it's better than Green
It's
Lantern.
not a whole. I think it's slightly better than Green Lantern.
I think it's better than Green Lantern.
I think there are.
Like a lot better.
Green Lantern's rough because there's a lot more CG.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a little bit more jarring to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're both.
But I don't think Ryan Reynolds was a bad
Same
Hal
font.
Jordan. He's
Same
not a,
font.
he's
Same
not a bad
font
Hal
movies.
Jordan.
Same
I think he
font.
was
Okay,
young.
fair.
I think they should have had an older actor play Hal Jordan. I always thought that. But
Fair. I don't know, man. I think they just went so over the top for the time. Like his his nunchucks. They have like all of the cool abilities. There's, you know what I mean? Like he has like the grapple one where he's in the nightclub and they're like, "What's he doing here?" And he like hits the grapple and he goes onto the fan and he like spins onto the top and they're shooting. He's like beating everybody up in the nightclub.
nice.
Fire.
I think if this movie came out today, you would hate it.
Yeah.
I think they would put it with the.
I
If
think
Madam Web came out when Daredevil
You
came
would
out,
love it.
I would have loved it. I'm
Yeah.
like,
You would have loved Madam
You'd be
Web.
into it,
Yeah,
but since
dude.
you watched it when you were 15,
yeah, I was like, this is amazing.
that's
You
your
and the
stuff.
variant brought up a line from the Madam Web movie that I had forgotten about. So I guess we're like superheroes now. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but no, I don't.
I'm
think,
sorry that you got brought back into that.
I'm scarred.
I think that.
So Batman decided to be a superhero. He said that exact line.
Because I guess I'm a superhero.
Guess I'm a
now.
superhero now.
I'm like superhero.
Yes, Sonny. What are you about to say?
No,
You look like you're so excited.
I was reading. I was just reading the chat. Quan, damn it. No, I don't even want to go there. But the intro to Kingpin with that Outlaw song was fire. I do think he was a really badass Kingpin.
That movie had some good
It
points.
had some ups and it had some downs. It had some really low lows, but there was like
Really low.
I thought the movie was badass, dude. I don't know, especially for the time. You know, it was a different Marvel back then. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Ben Affleck?
brother. That was her costume in Elektra. That wasn't even a part of this movie, but
That's peak. What's her name? Jennifer Garner.
yep, yeah.
It is.
No,
It is.
Twin Peaks.
That's
Frank, save us, please.
Do you think this is a stretch? Do you think that Ben Affleck could have been Daredevil in the Netflix show?
No.
No,
Why?
it would have been Ben Affleck, not Matt Murdock.
Yeah. The same reason.
How big is he? A big man?
He's a jacked
Ben
dude
Affleck
after he
is
did Batman,
like
bro. He's like
6'5".
huge.
I mean,
He's an
Affleck's
enormous
tall.
man.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really tall.
Seeing that dude doing any type of flips, I'm gonna be like, stop.
I see him at NBA games. He's standing with players like he's
right
close
there.
in
Yeah,
height. So
he's like
yeah.
the same height as he's taller than Russell Westbrook.
That's insane. To say.
Yeah.
That is insane to say.
It's ridiculous.
No, I think they did a good job with the casting of changing it up. Weird. Nowadays, if that happened, especially even before or after he got Batman, which one or the other wouldn't happen, I would assume if he got one or the other. I think it went cool with the Batman route because it was just like jacked bruiser Batman versus like our Daredevil. What was his name? Charlie
Cox.
Charlie Cox. I just didn't want to say it if it was wrong, and you guys make fun of me for that. The last name is crazy.
I think this is somehow worse than if you had just said it wrong.
So no,
Great job.
Shane,
killing it,
we're
dude.
talking about that. We're gonna just segue
good, bro?
into the
Crushing it, dude.
first season of Daredevil Netflix show. What did you think of that show when you first saw it? And I'm not going to ask you if you had a chance to rewatch it because I don't want you to tell me you didn't watch that either.
He didn't.
But what did you think of that show?
Listen. I agreed with everyone else's assessment of Daredevil when it came out. It was a true to life, comic book style Daredevil. It was absolutely
badass.
Yeah, it's just well done. Finally, we get the Daredevil character that we've always wanted in a television show and on a decent running series. I thought the character itself was played true to life to what we've always known it could be. And I think they're going to continue that with this new series. I
hope so.
I have a lot of high hopes for this new series.
What is it? 9 episodes?
So I guess they filmed 18 episodes.
Yeah,
I heard it was.
Something like
I thought
that,
it was a
And then
long
it's
list.
gonna be 9, and then a year from now it's gonna be 9 again.
Season 2.
Yeah,
And Vincent D'Onofrio,
exactly.
Danny Terrio,
Danny Terrio.
is an excellent Kingpin.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah,
it was a
he's
great
good, yeah.
Kingpin.
It's a different Kingpin where like he doesn't seem like just this big gigantic dude. He's like an evil kind of smart crime boss. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see the suits. You know what I mean?
He was good
with a big
in,
white suit.
What was the show we all hated? What was the show we all hated?
Secret
Echo?
Invasion?
No, well, both of those.
Oh my god,
But he was great in
we
Echo.
were both so ready to hate something.
He was the
probably
reason
the
to watch
highlight.
Echo.
Yeah, he was
He was a
good.
highlight of Echo for sure.
And it moved his story.
Oh, he's
along
in
as
She-Hulk
well.
too, right?
Is he in She-Hulk?
Is he in She-Hulk? No.
Kingpin? No,
No, he wasn't.
Oh, not
Daredevil
Kingpin.
is.
Sorry, yeah,
Daredevil
that's what I was
is.
thinking. I lost the plot for a
I
second.
wonder if
Walk
they're
of Shame.
gonna
I don't think so.
mention any
They're,
of that.
they're gonna skip over that.
Yeah.
That'd be a
You
mistake.
don't think they'll mention it?
Hey man, he was
Mention
who's that green chick, bro? Like, what's
God, I
that?
hope they mention it.
I feel like they're gonna go over
You think
that.
Meg the Stallion's gonna be in it?
I hope
Working.
so.
Great.
I hope so.
You think Daredevil's gonna twerk with
Wink.
Meg the Stallion? Just
hope
like,
not.
Oh, that'd be great.
That's what we're waiting for.
She-Hulk.
Please,
my
God, no,
goodness.
save us.
Paul, what'd you think of the first season of Daredevil?
I think it's great. I think it's a legitimately good television show, and I think that's what I'm trying to say about Daredevil, the movie. It is not a good movie. There is fun stuff in it, and there's interesting things that happens if you like cool nonsense. But it is not a good movie. Like the plot is nonsense.
Which Sonny loves.
It's
Cool
ridiculous.
nonsense.
Yeah, bro.
And I think that's what like we really want to see, especially now out of stuff. Like we want to see first and foremost a good movie.
Yeah.
Like The Batman is a great movie.
Yeah.
Forget that it's about Batman. If it wasn't Batman, it would still be a great movie. And
A long movie.
it would make sense. Yeah, okay, but you
Great
understand
long
my point.
movie.
Be like a
Dark
schizophrenic
Knight.
dude running around in a bat costume all day.
Well,
we
he
call
could be.
this?
I think you understand my point.
No, I
though.
know, I get it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it. I get it.
And I think Daredevil is legitimately compelling and has interesting themes and
Yeah.
things going on and a plot. I think a lot of superhero stuff, newer stuff, and early 2000s stuff is just let's see how much of the wacky nonsense we can pack into this. And
Yeah.
storytelling is secondary.
No, yeah, I get it.
And that's what Daredevil brought. It was just a really good, compelling show. The interpersonal stuff was really, really interesting. And then when he got to go fight dudes in hallways, it was cool to watch, but it was
So
even
sick.
better
Amazing.
because the show was actually interesting.
Yeah.
And
It
that's what I
earned
think
it
about the
earned
show.
the excitement of a
Yeah.
good.
It
fight
wasn't.
scene.
I wasn't sitting there for the 45-minute long episodes for the 30 minutes where he wasn't fighting, thinking,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah,
I just watched this dude
please.
fight.
Yeah.
I was
Hurry
actually
up.
just as interested in the other things going on as I
like
was
the Matt
in-
Murdock lawyer stuff was
Absolutely.
cool as the Daredevil fight stuff.
Yeah, I
you know?
agree.
Yeah.
And that's what I think made that show so good. I think it started to lose that towards the third season a little bit.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
the first season and the second season, 100% just
Phenomenal.
very strong television and very enjoyable.
Brother Marcus is here. He joins us. Marcus, we're talking about first season of Daredevil on Netflix.
What it do?
We wanted to get your thoughts of what you thought about that show and that season in particular. Give me your thoughts.
Well, I thought first season was great. I mean, I probably would just be echoing whatever everyone else has already said. So, but if anything, I would say that the closest thing we've got, if we were to like compare the show to like another show, would probably be Hawkeye, maybe in terms of groundedness. From if we were to compare that show with like something that's been released with Disney Plus, because it has the groundedness, it has good storytelling, it has some suspense. You don't know what's going on. And I like that. I like that. Punisher too, as well. So I enjoyed it. I really can't say anything bad about it. Really.
You are owner of the director's cut of the movie.
Yes.
Way better
With Coolio.
With Coolio.
with
We've
Coolio.
talked about
Yes.
this a little bit.
Sorry, Paul.
How much better would you say it is to watch that version of the movie than the other movie?
In loving memory.
As far as
In case anybody was wondering, I forgot Coolio was dead last week. That joke is apparently still funny enough to keep making.
It is.
He's like, why can't you get him in the studio?
I love it.
We're gonna go with it for a couple of
Bring
weeks.
him here.
Well, it's okay. So yeah, I did watch the Disney Plus, which I'm assuming is the theatrical version because it did feel differently, definitely.
Absolutely.
And honestly, both are good, but I do like the director's cut more because there is more lawyer stuff. You get more Foggy, you get a little more development. It felt more like you kind of set up Daredevil and how he came to be Daredevil.
Yeah.
Whereas with the theatrical release, it's kind of like we already know he's Daredevil, and we're gonna watch what he gets into, and we're just
I have to work tonight.
Yeah, and we're just gonna have a good time with it. You know what I mean?
Fair.
So I think, and really, if we were to really think about it, like that era of movies, and earlier, like even with the Blade movies,
dude,
they were just about having a good time. Yeah.
Spawn.
Yeah, Spawn. They were just about having a good time, being silly. They weren't taken as seriously as we take movies now.
Oh, absolutely.
For this genre. Whoever thought we would be that, stoked to see Wesley Snipes as Blade, how many ever years, later, so.
I audibly gasped in Deadpool.
Right. So it's kind of like, as a kid, we were like, haha, this is funny. This is a lot of fun. Popcorn, we enjoyed it. But then, we didn't really think of it like how we do now. We're just like analyzing it, comparing it to, the newer stuff that's coming out in this, I don't think we could really even say that these movies were like a subgenre at this point.
No, we don't know how good we had it back then.
Well,
Right.
the connectivity too, Marcus, is that they started with Daredevil before they built out this MCU Netflix kind of universe.
Yeah. Right.
And then the fact that they're absorbing it into the main MCU years later, and Nick had said it, I think, in the chat that 10 years later, the Daredevil series still holds up.
Absolutely.
And because it's so grounded.
That was 10 years ago?
Yeah, and it was dialogue heavy.
No way.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
First season was...
When did season 1 of Daredevil come out? And then
find
also,
out.
when
You
did
guys go
the
ahead
movie
and
come
look it
out?
up.
So the movie
gotta be
The movie was like
2005.
2005,
That makes
2003,
sense.
something like that.
It's very 2005.
Yeah, it's very 2000.
Evanescence dates the hell out of that movie.
But that is such an awesome song, though, dude. I work out to that song weekly, dude.
Daredevil, the film, came out 22 years ago tomorrow.
Damn.
Wow.
Really?
2003?
Yeah.
Holy hell. Netflix series. When did that drop? Because if you say 10 years ago, I'm gonna feel really cool, really old. That's insane.
That was
Daredevil came out 2015,
Wow.
April
That's
of
crazy.
2015, the first season.
That's crazy.
Still holds up. Still holds up.
Yep.
Probably better than any of the other ones that we've gotten.
Right.
The shows?
Shows.
Yeah. I can't think of one that's better.
Me neither.
Because a lot of the TV shows suck.
Punisher better.
I wouldn't say Punisher's better. It's
Punisher's
dope.
pretty good.
It's good.
Punisher's
Yeah.
good, but I wouldn't say better than Daredevil.
No, not better.
Especially in like a complete, if we're talking about like a complete thing. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
it's all the potential,
Story.
Paul. It's all the potential too for them to implement MCU stuff
Yeah.
that within this series that you've already seen Kingpin and Charlie Cox
In She-Hulk.
She-Hulk and a cameo in No Way Home. It shows up for.
Oh yeah, he does. I forgot
So
about that.
you have that kind
right.
of connectivity. He's also, I don't know if you guys haven't watched it yet, he's also doing the voice of Daredevil in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
I heard. Yeah.
So you check
Well,
that out. The show's-
That's another
show's great.
thing that back in 2015 when this TV show came out, every single movie or TV show, and this was the first TV show, I guess, wasn't, oh, what am I going to see in this one that's connected to something else?
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas now everything's like, oh, what is in this movie is going to be tied into a different movie. And I think that's gone a long way in hurting these movies.
Right.
Not just
100,000%.
like it hurts the plot, the cohesiveness of it, and it hurts people who don't like superhero movies or TV shows from watching them.
Oh,
They go,
absolutely.
I'm
Right.
usually not into this. And also, I heard you have to watch 3 TV shows, 2 movies, and read a travel guide
Just to
figure
know
out
what's happening.
going on in this thing.
Which
I'm
You
not
gotta be a
watching
lawyer.
it.
That's unfair.
So-
And that's like
You got to
kinda
go to
unfair.
law school.
And they just told it was just a good TV show, not oh look at all this stuff that might be in another thing that you think you might have read in this comic book in 2002.
No, I mean, and
cares?
that piggybacks to what I was saying with Marcus. Like, we just don't know how good we had it because now, even in the message in the group chat, I'm like, this movie's gonna be dope tonight. I heard there's 2 cameos, and I think the post credit scene is gonna set up this. I'm wondering what, and I'm like, bro, I just want to go see a good movie.
But we have this built-in expectation, don't we, Marcus? Is that everything is built and we have to connect the dots to every single thing before, and we decide sometimes, like subconsciously, almost that the movie's no good because the post-credit scene wasn't good, or the movie was okay, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what the post-credit scene is.
Like, are you kidding me?
This person
didn't
if I
show
like
up.
it or not, based on the post-credit
This is dumb. This person didn't show up in this time. This person was supposed to be in the movie already, and I hate that I do that, and I'm 1,000% guilty
We're
of
all
that.
guilty of it.
I'm 100% guilty of that. Where I'm watching something, I'm like, actually,
man, why haven't they talked about the dude in the ocean?
Yeah, like,
in the ocean?
But you can separate the two and say the post-credit scene was whatever, the movie was good. But I don't know how many times that happens.
Like,
because we
like
see the movie and we're thinking like it's really great.
They should have really kind of got us away from that. It worked for like the beginning. So like WandaVision, looking for all the Easter eggs, that kept us engaged. Yeah, you know, because that was kind of like the launch of it. So that kind of gave us some things to kind of be, you know, look towards. Yeah, but then we should have kind of they fed into it even more.
Oh,
and
of course,
they should have backed
and
us out of
WandaVision
that.
was the first thing after Endgame.
Right.
That was Marvel.
Damn,
It was
that's
the
a long
first
time
thing for
ago,
us to
man.
see after Endgame.
Right. So I think it worked for WandaVision. It kind of got us hyped for it. And then little by little, they should have kind of distanced us from that. But then they fed into it further with the trolling and all that. And then you had DC, you know, playing catch up, doing the same thing, really. And then that's why you had like, you know, Black Adam, you know, you had you know, The Rock saying, "Did you like the end credit scene? Did you like the end credit scene?" You know, and they had Henry Cavill. So it was kind of like, all right, what are we doing here?
That was the worst of that.
Right.
That was the worst of all of those. 100%.
Okay. Okay. I need to clarify something, Marcus, really quick. That was not the worst thing Black Adam related that Dwayne Johnson said.
Oh,
right.
When he tweeted about Queen Elizabeth dying and that she would never be able to see the Black Adam film, was probably the worst thing that he put out there in the Twitter sphere. Says, "Rest in peace to, you know,
the Queen."
The Queen.
My goodness.
It's unfortunate she'll never get to experience Black Adam in theaters.
She's like
this Friday.
This Friday.
Brendan says in the chat, by the way, do not judge Captain America based on the post-credit scene, and that Kevin Feige was a producer on the Daredevil movie back in the day.
Yes, he was. Yes,
he was a producer on the Spider-Man stuff too, right?
And X-Men.
Yeah,
and
then
it was X-Men,
some of the
not
X-Men.
Spider-Man. Yeah. I think it was. Well,
No, he might have been Spider-Man too.
And you got you have Favreau as Foggy, right?
Yeah, bro.
You know? And then you have all the little Easter eggs they did back then too, like the movies, the scene where they're walking in and you see the movie marquee and it says John Romita on there, and
they show the they show the Sanctum Sanctorum in the Daredevil movie. They're showing like B-roll of New York, and they show.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's you know.
I was like, oh, they're trying to set something up.
There's some head nods and throwbacks and kind of because the director he is a fan, so he wanted to at least throw some things in there that people could kind of latch on to.
There's not enough time to do it now because we're all gonna have to hop on Google. But I would like to know, like in that time of the Daredevil, if you could recast the Avengers of like that time.
Tom Cruise as Iron Man for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like a Doctor Strange from back then. Tom Cruise Iron Man for sure.
You know,
all right.
So the last thing about Easter eggs, because Marcus was talking about what he thinks like kind of kicked off the too much of this. I think the culprit for kicking off at least the beginning of this breadcrumb trail to going back to everything has to tie into something instead of just being is Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron is a movie to set up other movies. And it worked, and it retroactively made other things more interesting and had you looking out for Thanos and whatever else was going to come.
Fair.
But most of the movies after that, like a character might show up, but it was mainly still the plots of those movies, like Winter Soldier was still Winter Soldier, Guardians was still Guardians. But that movie, I think, made them think, oh, look at the way everything tied back into this so nicely, when it kind of does. Age of Ultron is one of the weaker movies. I still think it's a fun movie, but in those first
it's definitely
15 films,
one of the weaker ones.
It's one of the weaker ones.
Better
and it's
over time
because
it ages not as Ultron. I was like, it sounded so much better when I had like the idea in my head.
Damn it! But I think that's like what put the idea in their head is like, oh, we'll put something
rough.
with a
My
bunch of
bad,
Easter
guys.
eggs in it, and then people will come back and go, oh, how cool! This thing was in this thing, and that was in that. And then they quickly realize that if you don't pay that off perfectly, nobody cares.
Yeah, it could just be a Ralph Boner joke.
Right.
Yes, that is actually a thing that
They're
happened.
one step away from a Ralph Boner.
Literally.
Yeah. I did like the fact that Vision was done well. And
I think Vision was done.
and
I think he was fine.
done
I don't
really
hate that
well.
movie or anything.
And
I
he
just
actually
think that
fought.
that kind of kicked that off.
He actually fought and like
Boy,
phased
I'm
through
telling you.
folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Marcus will not. That is the hill he will die on. How much he loved Vision.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
and
He's
Age of
dope.
Ultron. It
Oh,
hated
please move on before Marcus says
It is
something
finished
that I
anymore.
can't say.
him. Boy, did he.
Please move on.
That's his thing.
Just think of how differently the movie of Infinity War
Yeah.
would have played if he actually
He
was
was-
able to like
Do-
defend
could
himself.
do his thing.
Yeah. What is
Would
he
have been
doing on a table?
completely
Hanging
different,
out.
bro.
What
on
is he
a
doing
table.
laying on a table trying to get the gym out? Use your gym and like zap people. What are you doing? What are you doing?
He's not. No, he's not.
Zap.
Yeah.
Driblets and zap.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What do you why
Friends,
are we,
lovers,
Yeah.
driblets, zaps.
Yeah. And why are we tearing up Wakanda? Why aren't we tearing up New York? You know, why is
agree.
Wakanda have to be the home front for this war? No. Tear up New York.
I agree.
New York loves to be blown up and torn up.
They do.
Yeah.
All right, so
It already smells like urine there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Just screw it up some more.
That's right.
love New York.
Bring
Nick's
a
in the
ship or
chat
two.
said that Jack Murdoch versus John Romita. Hopefully it was John Romita Jr. because he's not a fan of John Romita Jr. And Sonny, Brendan says, Sonny, anytime you drop a dud like that, just ask Paul when Coolio is stopping by. That's an instant get out of jail free card.
yes, yes.
But aren't you glad though, as far as this show,
I like it says
that's-
Shane on it.
that comes out next month. As far as this show being released, there's been a bunch of hype. Everybody's excited to see it.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's going to be within the MCU is a really cool moment. They got a lot of the original cast members back.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Everything. I'm really interested in seeing what other MCU characters we could be getting tied into this show.
She-Hulk.
I hope Megan Thee Stallion is what I'm hoping. She's officially part of the MCU, right?
Gross.
Is she part of the MCU?
No.
Yeah,
Stop.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Move on. It's over. I hate her. I hate that show.
I didn't watch it.
Good.
You never saw She-Hulk?
No,
Did you watch Agatha?
no.
Did you watch Craven?
Yes, unfortunately.
Oh, I
Nah,
got
that movie
him.
was
He's
funny.
like,
Bro threw a cigarette and he jumped off the building. It wasn't.
no, for real.
It wasn't.
The
it wasn't
eagle
that
eye.
They kidnapped his brother and he was like, I'm not gonna jump off the building. It's just my brother.
And then he dropped a cigarette
and then bro
littered.
flicked the cigarette and he was
Single
like,
tear.
that's the line. And he jumped off the building.
And he knew that it was like a Turkish
it, like,
cigarette,
Really?
and from smelling it.
It like zoomed in on the cigarette. It was like,
It's eagle eye vision.
You didn't go to that either.
Oh hell no! He littered. Get his ass.
Oh, it was only the four. It was like four of us. It was straight.
What?
I think Craven, Madam Web, and Morbius are all
Great.
just epic
Movies
and just
that we watched. Well,
just
Are all
critically
films that were in theaters.
critic choice winning. No, I think me and Jonathan were talking about that earlier. Those are like some of the worst things to like happen to movies, like ever. Yeah, like bad.
the
I
best
still haven't
scene.
seen. I gotta
They're not
see
great.
Madam Web. I
The
guess.
best
You- oh, yeah,
scene
you
is
didn't see
Madam
it.
Web
They were
is
there.
when dude comes in to get like he's trying to kill the girls, but before he does,
Oh yeah, he
he
smacks that.
He
turns
sucks
and
the
sucks
hell
the
out of
he-
some
he just-
random person
He just whoops dude in the
in a booth.
in the booth next to him. What did he do?
Yeah.
He walks
are
in
you
and just
hitting him?
sucker punches the hell out
And
of
if
some
anything,
random
you gave
customer.
them time to get away because this dude looked at you funny. Like I don't understand.
They're nervous and they're on the run, and they get up in the booth and start dancing on the
And he
table.
didn't
And there's like apes and jungle in jungle noises in the
Jersey.
forest in New Jersey. Like the movie was bad, bro.
Guys, we could talk all day about
wanna see
how
it.
incredible Madam Web was.
Mike Epps got offed.
I want
Spoiler.
They put Mike Epps in there to just kill him off, man.
Convince Mike Epps to do that. I get some money.
Yeah, he
that's
needed a
money.
few bucks
That's money.
probably. Yeah.
That's
Brandon brought up this. That's a really good point. The character of Muse is a psychopath serial killer. Is going to be one of the main villains of this Daredevil upcoming
Super cool.
series.
Oh wow.
super cool character design.
And Brandon says he's not ready for how great a character Muse is. He's going to surprise a lot of people in this show. I agree. I think Muse is a nuts character. But I'm just thinking for all of the envelopes that they say they're going to push, all the limits they're going to push with Disney, that it's going to be so violent and look out, it's going to measure, it's going to be the same level as. Remember they had the parental rating,
TV rating
thing
for Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. Okay, dude,
God, that was disappointing.
What a crazy.
Man, that was a disappointing.
great first
series.
episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy how good that first episode was.
Moon
And then
Knight's first episode was
versus
really
like the last episode. I'm like, what are we watching the same show?
We're watching
what's-
like Power
yeah.
Rangers and, and stuff.
Kaiju in Egypt.
Yo,
That is
what is
bad.
happening?
But no, I think
Crazy.
Muse is a great character.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to how they use that character in this series.
I think we have some good stuff coming up, and I think we have been spoiled, and we have also probably gotten a little bit of fatigue. I know we throw that word around, superhero fatigue, around a little bit around here, but
Are we tired of superhero movies, or are
Or
we
just
tired of movies that suck?
suck, which is
I think we're tired of movies that suck.
fair.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'll tell you what doesn't suck. Number one, these. Julio, number one. And number two. Number two, these Trulies don't suck.
Hey,
It's time for Copper Drive. And this party don't stop. It's time for
Never do that
again.
Never do that again.
What? What I do wrong? It's only time for Copper Drive. Copper Drive. Copper Drive time.
can you be Coolio for Halloween this year?
Yeah, I can do that.
That'd be
It
so
won't even take
sick.
much. All right, we're gonna do Copper Drive. It's a short line from me to Coolio.
Wow.
I'm gonna be the Coolio-est Coolio you've
Okay,
ever
can
seen.
you list the things that you and Coolio have in common? I'll get one out the way. Black.
We black.
Damn.
We cool.
You just need that.
Kind of, yeah. No, I'm kind of seeing it.
Just get like a North Face jacket that looks like that little puff.
I just want that. I want you to see what he does for the hair. That's all I care
I'll come
about.
up with some kind of.
No, I
way.
know. That's all I want.
He'll
Okay,
get a
I
little, nice
need
little
to
piece.
tell you guys something about Coolio's hair.
What?
It was in his hat, like attached to his hat.
No.
Oh,
way.
wait.
Oh, it wasn't his hair?
He didn't have any more hair.
Wow.
He has a few,
Like
but,
the few of them.
but like
He had a
Like,
head,
it's
like
literal
this was in his hat, like it's attached to his hat.
Oh, nice.
So
so that's what you can do.
Yeah.
That's it. That makes it easy.
All right.
You're gonna grow your hair out?
Yeah.
And I could say that now that he's never coming to the studio.
No,
again.
yeah, yeah.
well, okay, so
Yeah,
he
no
was.
secret.
You think
He
or
died.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. He died. He was sick when he was here, though. You think? Yeah.
No.
No. He just lost his hair.
Yo, we
That's
we
what I'm
can't
asking.
even. We're not
When
going.
was he
We ain't,
here?
Yeah, he was old. He was old.
Oh, all right.
he's Coolio, man. He's partying. You know what I mean?
He's older than Shane was.
I was
How old are
curious.
you, Shane?
I'm 51.
67.
How old?
51.
Yeah, he was in his 50s. He was like 55, 56 when he died.
Better
Oh,
get your stuff
God.
together.
I know.
It's still
Shane,
relevant.
Shane, so you got to bring a hat and put.
I'm doing it.
This dude partied a lot still.
Yeah, that's what
He,
I'm
he was,
saying.
he was lit when he came up.
Shane does. Shane's lit now.
It's like anytime I see
He
Ric
drank
Flair,
a lot of Trulies and, you know,
we drink like 5 Trulies and just, you know, every show.
I knew
Say
it.
what?
This
Speaking
stuff's
of-
killing me.
This,
All right.
this segment is sponsored
All
by
right.
Truly.
By Truly. Get your Truly on.
Trulio.
All right, we're gonna.
Trulio. All right.
I
Are
love
you going to, was that your intro?
Yeah, that was the intro.
All right.
That was great.
Who's going first?
You're doing it.
Pick
dude.
whatever you want to do,
okay.
man.
I think Jonathan, who goes first in this copper drop? Paul's going first.
Paul's going first. You
I
got
go
2
first.
minutes.
2 minutes. Okay.
You got 2
So,
minutes.
shout out
2 minutes
to
of playtime.
Man Under the Red Hood. is his at on Instagram.
Red Hood Comics.
Yes,
Red Hood Comics, baby.
Red Hood Comics.
Shout out.
They opened a store over by Arizona Charlie's here in Las Vegas. I played some Keno over there while I waited for Frank to get there.
Hey, Keno.
Nice.
I had a big
Not a
breakfast.
great place. Didn't enjoy that.
I had a jackpot the other
But
day.
his store was great, and I picked up 3 older, interesting, kind of cool comics. Not going with new stuff this week. Want to go with some older, more interesting things, I think.
Nice.
The first one I'm going to talk about is just a fun little Rick and Morty presents Crombopulus Michael.
Oh,
This
cool.
is by Ortberg and Cannon. I thought this was
Sick.
cool. Read it. It was kind of silly. It wasn't the best comic I've ever read. But it was fun to see a character who is really, I don't know if I want to use the word interesting, but pretty funny in the one episode that he's in.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to see that character get a little more play, and it's fun and it's interesting. And the fact that there's a Rick and Morty comics
Comic? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is pretty funny, I think. So I picked this up. It was only $5.
Cool
I think
read.
this was a lot of fun. The other one, which one do I want to go with next? The next one I'll go with is what I think is very cool. Batman versus Predator.
Surprise,
This
surprise.
is one of 3. Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. But this, interestingly enough, let me hold it again.
No, yeah, the cover's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is very cool, actually.
There it is.
Funny being a hater, but then
Hey, no. Hey,
It's actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
this is DC Dark Horse Comics crossover because Predator was at Dark Horse at that time. I don't know who owns that IP anymore. Probably still Dark
Marvel.
Horse.
Marvel now.
Marvel?
Yeah, there
Wow.
you go.
Yeah.
But it's very cool, and the premise is not going to shock you. Predator comes to Gotham and he starts killing people, and Batman sets out to stop him. There's really cool interactions. I think my favorite part of this is the creative team on it is very popular. It's Dave Gibbons, who did the art for the iconic Watchmen, and then Andy Kubert, who has done tons of art. Gibbons wrote it.
15 seconds.
Okay. And Kubert did the art. The other one I have is Fantastic Four, which is Tom DeFalco and Paul Ryan.
Nice.
They're in a different universe. They have to face off against Galactus in a fight they've won before, but they have to win it without. Without
Shut
Reed.
Shut it. 2 minutes.
Golly.
Shut it.
Did even I didn't hear him even mention a time limit.
2 minutes.
He told me 2 minutes. He told me
It
2
was 2
minutes.
minutes. Oh,
Yeah, 2
okay.
minutes. We're
Okay.
signing.
I got it in.
I'm just making sure.
That's it. Well, why I never?
Do I get my time back for Sonny berating me about
Nope.
not surprised?
Oh,
Nope. Nope. We knew it was going to be Batman.
That's okay. No, this Fantastic Four issue was really cool and
Yeah.
fun to kind of see. The splash pages in it are really dope.
All right.
All right.
Jonathan?
Jonathan,
Do
Jonathan.
your job, Shane.
We're asking
next?
Jonathan. who's
Talking to the
next.
guy who's not on camera.
Marcus is next.
All right.
And begin.
Okay, so I was thrilled to. I've been off Netflix for a while. I get tired. I got tired of just paying money for nothing when waiting for Stranger Things to come back. But so I had canceled it. But I was thrilled to hear that Sakamoto Days is actually on there as an anime now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I just
Gotta
bought.
get
This
it.
is volume 1, but it's up to volume 15 now. I've been playing catch up. I'm about a few volumes behind. I went to the store yesterday and kind of cleaned out Cosmic Comics. Shout out to them. I literally took I think it was volume 9 through 15. 16's coming out next month. And I've been blowing through them just to kind of catch up because I just kind of. It's
a good story.
It's great. It's a lot of fun. It's about a guy who's he was just a legendary assassin who got out of the game, and now he owns a small convenience shop. And he learns of a bounty that's on his head, and every time someone comes in, all these amateur assassins who want to make names for himself who come after him. Every time they go after him, he ends up schooling them, and then he ends up hiring them for the shop and working for him. So
You've
it's
got
pretty
50
fun.
seconds, Marcus. Going to let you know before the last 10, like Shane did for me.
Also,
better this way.
Vagabond. This was a recommendation
that is cool.
recommendation by Ralph from Alternate Reality Comics. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Ralph.
This story is based on the Musashi by Eiji Yuki.
You got it.
Yoshikawa. Sorry.
you got it.
And it's a great story
30
about two young friends who grow apart essentially in their journey when trying to make names for themselves in post kind of in
15
Ronin
seconds.
samurai era kind of Japan. Very good. They're collecting it all in hardcover now. Beautiful
That's
felt cover,
gorgeous.
hardcover.
5 seconds.
Yeah. So that's by Viz. And then, of course, they also released Far Sector in deluxe hardcover now.
But I'm gonna let you finish.
But what was that?
2 minutes. No, that was good.
I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce
Yeah,
had the
but-
greatest album of all time.
But yeah, the last was they just released this in hardcover, deluxe hardcover. They're ordering it for me at the shop. But I did have the trade. It took forever for this to come out in a collected series, and
awesome.
and it sounds like they're gonna start using her more. Sojourner Mullen, she's a new rogue style Green Lantern, sent out to the far reaches of the galaxy in order to investigate a murder. Pretty good stuff.
Oh,
God, you guys must not like me because you treated him so much nicer when he went over the time.
We're like, no, stop talking. You suck.
you're telling people how much time is left way too early. I want them to be able to talk about the books without you yelling 50 seconds.
I wasn't able to talk about the book, Shane.
You were.
Because I took my time. I didn't know where the time was at. You goof.
Frank?
Well, hopefully I did all three of them justice there.
You did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
You did.
Frank.
Watch, I pick your book. Pick all Paul
Ready?
Ready, set, go.
books. Begin.
I also brought some stuff that I picked up at Red Hood. The store is amazing. If you make your way to town, make sure you get over there to see Rob and all those guys. They did a great job in the store. The shop is amazing. I got Teen Titans number 10 featuring the Scorcher on the cover there. So there's just some old school Teen Titans
Very cool.
goodness. Love that. Robin's chasing him on his motorcycle over there. Check that out. I'll show you guys that. Also, Teen Titans number 28. Aqualad punching Robin out.
Wow.
Robin, you better watch your mouth. I'm gonna
Stuff.
smack you.
Frank
mother.
looked at me for help. I don't know what he was about to
No,
say.
I was just looking at you.
Oh, okay.
And then this is just a cool Giordano cover.
Yeah.
Just,
Deadpool.
Classic.
And the Changeling
Deathstroke.
and
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
Sorry.
And a lot of you guys have heard over the years about John Tyler Christopher and his negative space variants that he
Yes.
does. Picks a color and then he kind of makes the picture around it.
Right.
This is the cover
That's
that sort of
awesome.
started that all. This is John Byrne.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
John
great.
Burns, though.
Yeah.
Peter
fire.
Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, number 101. So I saw that in really good condition. Also going to
This
mention,
is the
in
one.
addition to Red Hood, we also, on Friday, we went to the Maximum Comics Mixer at the OG Maximum store. We had some beverages.
We did.
And there were some raffles.
There was.
And there was a raffle in particular that Sonny and I had entered that we did not win. We didn't win anything. We spent $40 on raffle.
Between me and Frank, we had 80 tickets.
And you didn't win a thing.
And
We didn't win
anything.
anything. The 10 different events. But one of the things, one of the drawings, we're going to have a video over the weekend actually going up about kind of a recap type of deal about that over the weekend.
15 seconds.
You couldn't pick it up.
didn't.
I got this for you.
Oh, you did?
yes.
Variant
That's the
cover,
one I was trying to
Ultimate
win.
Wolverine number 1. You pick this up for Sonny. There you go. man.
Yeah. Liber Mayho. Yeah.
Dude, this cover is crazy.
It's a decent read, too. Yeah.
All right, time out.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's really sad.
I want to shout out one other comic that I did not purchase because it cost $200, but at Red Hood Comics, which again is a very cool store.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know what the era was, probably the 60s. It was Strange Tales,
Sounding with all this.
and it was the Human Torch versus Asbestos Man.
Yep. He posted that.
So
I think,
funny.
and I think Rob
I posted
reposted that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
I thought
great.
that was pretty funny. There was a lot of fun stuff like that there. I wasn't
That's
going to
cool.
spend
A ton
$200 on
of
a comics,
stuff.
but on a comic. But
ton of books, Shane. The store is amazing. They did an incredible job with it. I was talking to the variant. He's a fan of Zatanna, and I said, just for giggles, I'm going to see. This guy's got everything. I'm going to see if he's got it. First appearance of Zatanna, Hawkman number 4.
Fire.
It was like a 4.0, $200.
Yeah.
So I might put some feelers
so
out
you
there,
got it?
see if we get a great. No, I didn't. I bought my books and I covered
Anybody-
Nick's tax for the book that he picked up when he went back.
If anybody's curious, the reason why I was so stoked on this, and I don't know if you know this, Wolverine is the Winter Soldier.
Oh.
Yeah, in the Ultimate Verse, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And that's just a beautiful Liber Mayho cover.
It's crazy.
He's gorgeous.
Yeah, so that's why I was so
But, yeah.
stoked.
Oh, and
Crazy.
Nick wanted to point out, Marcus, that he actually had the first purchase at Red Hood Comics, and and Rob signed his receipt.
Oh,
nice.
showed me
Very
the
cool.
receipt.
that's cool.
Very cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a great shop.
Now
Really
I
check it out.
gotta figure out how much is Netflix now. I gotta because I need to
Now
watch
it's like
$11.99.
Yeah, it's like
Like
38,
$11.99.
50. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because I was reading Sakamoto Days, I got all the way to like 8 or 9 volumes in, and
No,
then
you should watch
I
the show.
stopped.
You
I
should watch the
stopped
show.
because I got saturated with other stuff, and then when I heard there was and then when I got like when I heard they made an anime, I was like, oh shoot, I need to catch up.
It's good.
because it's
really
good.
fun.
Yeah,
It's fun.
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah.
We go, oh man,
yeah.
I gotta buy Netflix again.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I also wanted to mention you guys next week in some capacity. I'm not sure if we're going to have him on the entire time, but we're going to have local creator Stephen Lito in studio.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about his Kickstarter campaign is coming in like the last like maybe a week and a half.
Okay.
He's like 75% funded. Stephen, you correct me if I'm wrong, but it's over 70% funded.
Nice.
And you guys can help him get there. We have a link in our Instagram if you guys want to support his third project in the extended Lolito verse,
Link in bio.
Parashift.
Yeah.
Number one, if you like Invader Zim and Batman the Animated Series, that's some of the
We do.
inspirations he used for this series. It's ready to go. They're just trying to get the funding secured, and then it'll be out. And if you do contribute to the campaign to fund this book, you get some nice bonus stuff. You get some stickers. You get a copy.
swag.
You get to pick a copy of the first issue in different versions, like a foil variant. I think Hannah Sprons does the artwork for it. So yeah,
I think he also offers some of his other stuff as well as a package, depending on how much you contribute.
Oh.
Different tiers. So I
Hell
think,
yeah.
So like $50, $75, whatever.
Link in bio and go support the
yeah,
homie.
man.
Yeah,
So-
really happy for the guy.
Absolutely.
My mom, shout out my mom. She said Netflix cost $15.49 a month
There you go,
right now.
Marcus.
So
It is going
probably
up.
It is
go up
going
again.
up.
$9.99 when
If
I
you can
first
pay
started, man.
$15.49
Right.
for Netflix, which is usually garbage, you can give $15.49 to Stephen Lolito and help him.
Hey,
make
there you
something
go.
He's actually passionate.
true.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because there's
Shane.
nothing on Netflix.
I was gonna contribute.
Has anybody been watching Invincible?
I have, yes.
I haven't started yet.
It's so good.
It's
Yeah.
good.
I've heard a lot of people complaining that the animation is not great.
There is a couple points where you're
looks a little chintzy.
yeah. But overall, the story's good. Mark is on like
He's
a
marking
hell
the
ride
road,
right
yeah.
now. Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, if you get a chance, go watch some Invincible. What is this? Season 3, 4?
3, I think.
Season 3 is.
I'm
awesome.
also a little tired of just watching him get his butt kicked all the time.
So
Getting a little
he's
old.
doing the butt
So,
kicking.
okay, good.
In like
Because it's
every
like-
episode so far.
The dude gets whooped like every other episode. And I'm like,
Well, it's because
He did. He get whooped.
the big bads aren't there yet. You know what I mean? Anissa, and I don't want to ruin the other one.
Yeah.
oh, I know.
But when the time comes, it does show that he is on a trajectory of getting stronger, and he's becoming more like his father. He's very Omni-Man-esque in these first couple episodes.
Okay.
So
And Alan's like all like
Alan and Omni-Man are still in
Yeah,
jail,
yeah.
and anytime Alan gets hurt, he becomes stronger. So he's like extremely overpowered right now. So it's getting really good. Go watch. This last episode was
No, I'll
fire.
check it out.
Please do.
I know it's been kind of flying under the radar. Not enough people are talking about this series. Is the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man animated thing? They sort of rushed it. It's all out like in 4 weeks. They put out all 10 episodes. Next week are the last 2 episodes, I should say. If you guys want to like check that out, it's really fun.
Isn't that one of them things where it's pretty good, but some people are a little butthurt that they race or gender swap to some people?
They did some of that,
Yeah,
Who cares?
but
If it's good, it's good.
Who
Yeah, I don't
do
care.
they gender swap?
Norman Osborn.
Dr. Connors,
It's a chick, right?
yeah.
Who cares?
Norman Osborn has waves.
The
had waves
the
when he was
unicorn
white.
is female. The unicorn character is female. I can't really think other than that.
Bro, as long as it's not Spider-Man, bro, I don't care.
Yeah.
Bro,
Well, because I remember people were butthurt about the penguin in the Caped Crusader
I know, why
cartoon.
would anyone
Who
care about
cares,
Yeah,
bro?
bro.
Why do you
yeah, I didn't
care?
Why
think
are you
about
caring so
that.
much, dude?
Get over it.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
but it's a really good show.
People got too much time on their hand to care about whether a comic book character in a cartoon is a woman when she's supposed to be a dude.
When-
Why do you care so much?
And especially that one because she was done so well. Like
Yeah, watch the
I didn't
show.
think about
It's
that
good.
after.
If it
one
sucks,
episode.
it sucks because the show sucks. Not
yeah,
because
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Not
Like,
because you're mad because it's not your politics.
Yeah.
The Cape Crusader series is really fun.
yeah,
Yeah, I
enjoyed
thought
it.
it was good.
Yeah.
yeah. And Daredevil and Spider-Man get into a little fist fight, and he gets slapped.
Yeah. He gets smacked around.
He does.
Yeah.
Who
How many
does? Who
episodes
does?
is Spider-Man
Who, Daredevil? or
It's
No, Spider-Man.
It's,
Okay, good.
It's
Yeah,
8
no,
episodes
Daredevil
so
puts
far.
paws
It's
on it.
over next week. The last 2 episodes are next week, so they put the whole thing out in 4 weeks.
That's
They
cute.
did like 2, 3, 3, 2.
Right.
So yeah,
That's hot.
It's over next week, and then after Daredevil, I'm trying to look ahead for the plus. After Daredevil ends, like within a week or 2 of it ending, is Andor season 2.
Oh, dope. yeah,
wow.
I'm in
Yeah,
for that.
April 25th, I think, is when Andor starts. So yeah,
Near my
I'm
birthday.
excited. That's what I think that's what they planned it is to come out right around your birthday.
Very excited.
So you
Sorry,
prepare
Carol.
for your Coolio cosplay.
My Coolio. I want to buy my first. That's what I'm going to ask for my birthday. A complete Coolio costume.
That's fire.
That would be great.
I'll,
What is that? Like oversized blue Dickies and or like the blue Dicky like
Depends on
shirt
when,
or-
what
I don't
timeline.
know what timeline we're
Yeah,
talking
right.
about.
What timeline are we looking at?
I was gonna say maybe when he had hair versus
At the
just the
end.
hair hat. I mean, yeah, we gotta make sure you define your era of Coolio,
Coolio
before you
my
launch
stuff.
in. Yeah,
Batman and Robin era.
Marcus, what's your excitement level for Captain America: Brave New World this evening?
My excitement is just to maybe get a chance. Oh wow,
Damn.
okay, that's crazy.
I never looked that cool in my whole life.
I mean, when your name's Coolio,
Hey, thank you.
That ain't
you
bad.
gotta.
Sorry.
go
My excitement level, I would say, if I were to rate it one to 10, being most excited, I would say 6 or 7. And most of that is just because I'll be, chilling with you guys.
Yeah, same.
You know, honestly.
Getting toasty and yelling at the TV screen.
Right. Yeah, I'm interested in. I'm looking forward to Sonny's reaction.
I don't know if Sonny's gonna be yelling in the first 5 minutes.
I'll be midway.
I doubt.
Oh
it.
man,
I doubt he.
Dude, Madam Web, I was in rare form. I was,
God,
The movie started. He was yelling.
that I will never forget. That was amazing,
dude, yeah.
And even like Paul, I think Paul was
We were
Paul
all-
next to me.
no, we were all
I can't
going
remember
hard.
how we were seated, but I could just see Paul's eyes go like
we kept
huge
looking.
in
We kept looking
disbelief.
at each other like through the rows.
Like,
I passed out for a quick 20
Yeah,
minute
you did.
power
Right.
nap,
Didn't miss anything.
and I think Marcus did too. And
Right.
I said to.
Both of you guys did.
I asked Milkshake. I said, "Did I miss anything?" He's like, "Nope, nope."
There's
didn't miss anything.
monkeys in the jungle of New Jersey. And
right. I was,
What's your excitement level for this movie?
I'm honestly kind of excited. I would probably say 7.5. Again, I hate that I'm spoiled like that, and I want to know what cameos we get. I think we might get a Bruce Banner or a Hulk. There's going to be one like random one, I know, and I'm excited to see what this post credit is. Maybe Anthony Mackie's Captain America's trying to form another Avengers, and it might clash with the Thunderbolts, and there might be a little thing. Who knows, man? I'm excited.
right.
Shane, what about you?
I'm probably at a. Now that we know that the movie's chances are it's going
Slim.
to be kind of
Not fantastic.
Not fantastic. I'm probably at a 5. I wish Paul never would have said anything, but
Sorry.
he did.
It's all over the internet. The reviews are
I know. I'm
not
trying to
great.
stay away.
Right.
I was trying to stay away.
Right.
My bad.
I don't want to be influenced